Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I am Chef Marcus Giuliano, and I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is if you have half a brain, it's obvious. Well, I guess that's not really a mission. I guess today's mission is to educate, even if you have half a brain, okay? Now, this affects every single buddy in the country here, okay? This is a major issue, and it's a little bit of politics, but I'm taking politics and working it into my restaurant. How can I make a difference personally, okay? Now, there is something called ALEC, A-L-E-C. ALEC stands for American Legislative Exchange Council. The title is exactly what it does. It's a council that exchanges legislative ideas and laws for Americans. Okay? ALEC, A-L-E-C, is made up of major corporations, major companies that basically meet together, decide what kind of legislation they need passed, and then hand it off to our senators, our legislative, our Congress. They hand it off right to Congress and say, here's what we need passed. We've written the bill for you. So when you look at all these bills that Congress passes and that Congress has in front of them, do you honestly think that the people we're voting for are writing these? They're not. They're not voting for. In fact, when you vote, I can't stand voting in national elections, even some local elections. National elections, these big elections, everybody's bought. They're even bought on local levels, but they're bought. There's agenda. It doesn't matter who you vote for. It's a matter of, once they get into office, wherever their money comes from is who's going to influence their decisions. If it's the nuclear industry, the nuclear industry was Obama's largest contributor, guess what? The nuclear industry can do no wrong because they've basically paid for Obama. They're his right-hand man. Doesn't matter how or what happens, Obama's going to stick up for the nuclear industry, no matter if we have a meltdown at a nuclear reactor or whatever happens. It'll be covered up, it'll be pushed aside, something will be done so it's downgraded. Okay, this is how this works. So ALEC is a conglomerate of all these corporations, okay, like Walmart, like Wendy's, Coca-Cola. Now some of these are just dropping out because there's a massive call to boycott all of ALEC's businesses that comprise ALEC. So there's a major boycott going on, and it's working because I believe Coke dropped out and I believe Wendy's dropped out. I got to look at the list exactly, but there are corporations that are getting the pressure. You can go online, you can sign a boycott and say, stop controlling us. So here's just an example of what's happening. ALEC has taken a lead in denial regarding global warming. So they're saying ALEC is saying global warming has nothing to do with what we're doing. Okay, that's so these big companies can still do what they're doing. Okay, when we look at the numerous laws that have been passed through many states, we witness how masterly ALEC's elite play their game. Okay, Obama has stated that one of his major priorities is to strengthen national security. Besides his claims to protecting Americans from terrorism, he has also enacted additional executive orders and laws to further erode our constitutional rights and freedoms. But to whose benefit? To ALEC's benefit. Hi, sweetie.
Hi.
Hi, I'm doing a video.
Okay.
We just got done running 7 miles. I'm so proud of her. It was her long run today. ALEC's concern for our public health mandates that every state should have mandatory vaccines for flu and HPV, such as Gardasil, and to whose benefit ultimately? ALEC and those the vaccine companies that are involved in ALEC. Okay, so here's what happens. A vaccine company says, everybody needs this vaccine. You totally need this vaccine. Okay, there's a lot. Now, I'm not here to convince you if vaccines are good or bad. There's a lot of research that goes both ways. I am personally against vaccines. I don't like them. I don't take them. I don't want any part of them. And there's a lot of scientific research to back up my decisions, which is what I've looked at. But I'm not here to convince you, and that's a whole other different topic and blog. So now ALEC says, the companies involved in ALEC say, everybody needs to get vaccinated, okay? So now they hand off this bill to our Congress and say, here's the bill we wrote. Guess what? Everybody in the country gets vaccinated. Guess who makes money? The vaccination companies, okay? So you can Google ALEC and you can find a lot about it. But now here's where I as a restaurateur can make a difference. See, there's a company called Diageo. Diageo is a major player in the beverage, in the alcohol world, okay? Diageo is part of ALEC. I have no idea what a spirit and beer company is doing on ALEC. But, you know, basically, this is a no-brainer because stopping these companies from doing, these companies are controlling our lives. They're controlling it to their benefit when it benefits them, not to what's scientifically proven, accurate, or makes sense. It's to what makes sense to their pocketbook, okay? That's what's happening. So when you vote for these guys in national offices, national elections, it doesn't matter what they say. We all know, when you ask anybody, they all know that politicians are scumbags and liars. You ask everybody, every single person will tell you that 100% of people in America will tell you that politicians are liars and scumbags. But then yet we still go vote for them in these elections. So why are we voting for liars and scumbags? Why can't we change the system? Okay? Why can't we make a change? Me personally, I'm not going to vote for the lesser of the two idiots. I'm definitely not voting for people that are getting paid by national corporations who have no interest in me. So when you go to your local school board, your local school district, a lot of school districts around the country, you vote on propositions, okay? So you go vote for the school board candidates, and you vote on Proposition A, Proposition B, whatever, in local elections. That's where you're actually voting for what's going on in your community. That's a democracy, okay? Democracy is not where you vote for an elected official that's paid by corporations, by big companies, by big industries, to then pay them, sponsor them, they're paid for by these companies, then to get the corporations' agendas passed. That's not a democracy. So in Switzerland, you actually vote on individual items. Now, sometimes there's not a big turnout in Switzerland, but they still have a true democracy where you can go vote on every issue or almost every issue that comes up. We never get to vote if there should be a mass flu vaccination across every state. We don't get to vote on that. No, because you've gotten my point. So Diageo, here's what, I'm calling for a boycott in my restaurant of all Diageo products. Okay, because I don't want to give them money to be part of ALEC, okay, and control what's going on to their benefit. So here are the beer brands. I'm not supporting these beer brands. I've never supported these beer brands, by the way, from Diageo. Guinness. Bye-bye Guinness. No Guinness has ever been here, and I'm going to let people know when they drink Guinness why we don't have Guinness, when they want Guinness. Red Stripe. Tusker. Kilkenny Red Ales, Kilkenny, Bell, Serengeti, Senator Keg, and Harp Lager, and Foundry Cider from South Africa. Bye-bye. As far as on the spirit side, this is a tricky one because I'm a restaurateur and I have to be able to really offer a lot of products to people, okay, because people come into a bar and they want to drink. So, here we go. On the brandy side, they have a lot of products here. Hennessy, which I've never had Hennessy, and I don't plan on having it. Hennessy, bye-bye, boycott. Next thing, Tanqueray. That's a very popular gin, so that's going to really hurt me here, but, you know, no more Tanqueray. Bailey's, which we've never had. Romana Sambuca, which is not really a true Italian Sambuca. It might be made in Italy, but it's shipped here to the U.S. and then packaged here in the U.S. The Italians don't even know what Romano Sambuca is. Romana Sambuca. They've never had it. I've never had it. Okay, Sheridan's, which looks like another Irish cream, but Bailey's is part of it. On the rum side, Captain Morgan. Myers. There's a few others here that are really small brands I don't really know about, so, but you can go on Diageo and look. Schnapps, Archer's Schnapps. Let's see, Tequila. Let's see what pops over Tequila. Don Julio and José Cuervo. I don't have either one of them in my restaurant. So, on the vodka side, Smirnoff. Now, I pride myself in American vodka here at my restaurant. I pride myself, that's what we serve. I don't serve Grey Goose, I don't serve Absolute, I don't serve any of that stuff. But we don't serve Smirnoff as well. So Smirnoff is part of it, Ketel One, and Cîroc. Cîroc vodka. All those are good vodkas too, by the way. There's nothing wrong with them, they're good vodkas. A lot of these are really good products. Johnnie Walker. So bye-bye Johnny. I do have Johnnie Walker Red and Johnnie Walker Black and Johnnie Walker Blue and Green at my restaurant. They will be history. Bye-bye. J&B. There's a bunch on here. Colalaya, which is a good single malt scotch. Dalwhinnie, see you later. Oban, Lagavulin. There's about, I don't know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 19 single malt scotches here. Bushmills, Crown Royal. So they have a big portfolio, you can see here. They have a really big portfolio. And I'm going to show you some of the wines they have too that, that are on the list from Diageo. Diageo has no business being part of ALEC. Nobody has. As Americans, we are so misled by what's going on. And a lot of us know what's going on, but we still go out and vote, and we still go out and yeah. So, Dom Perignon and Moet Chandon, history. Rosenblum Cellars, I like their stuff at Rosenblum. Sales rep came here, sold the stuff like it was coming from a small family vineyard. No, it's coming from a mass corporation that wants to control us. That's why they're part of ALEC. Sterling Vineyards, Blossom Hill, and Chalone. So those are the wines. There's a couple other wines in the portfolio too. A couple of small producers. But you can go to Diageo and look at their exact things. And to go look at ALEC, just Google ALEC. There's a lot of stuff on ALEC on the internet, okay? And the bills that they've gotten passed. And you can actually go back now and look at all of our senators, all of our legislators who are actually part of ALEC, who actually sign on to ALEC. So you can see that too, and you can, obviously not vote for them. I mean, that's the first thing to really making a change here, is to let these corporations know that they can't control our government. And let these our Congress people, our legislative, know that they can't be bought, because it's just ridiculous how they're bought. And this is what's happening. And it's for the benefit of big corporations. So for me, as a small restaurateur, what can I do? This is what I'm doing. Now, a lot of people say, oh, I know, I'm not going to go to Walmart anymore. What's that going to do? Believe it or not, this boycott on ALEC is making a difference. Like I said, companies have dropped out of ALEC because we're saying something. Go online, go to prn.fm, PRN, Progressive Radio Network, prn.fm, like FM radio. Go onto there and you'll see the big thing for ALEC right there. Sign the boycott, get on. There's other links to other places, and there's all the companies right there that you can see who's involved in ALEC and stuff that they're passing, and it's a really, it's really an eye-opening situation, okay? It's really an eye-opening situation, and I'm sorry, Diageo, as good as some of your products are, I just can't support you, Diageo, for it. And the thing was, I tweeted Diageo a good 5 days ago. I tweeted them, and I was like, sad to hear that you're part of ALEC. I never got a tweet back from them. It's a big corporation like that. They should be tweeting back, and they pay somebody to manage their social media, and they know what's going on. They could have tweeted me back and got my concern or something, but they didn't, because they know what's going on here. They know that it's a bad image to be part of ALEC. A lot of these companies know it's a bad image to be part of ALEC, and Americans are waking up. Thank goodness to people on the radio and people talking, people writing, people like me that are blogging. I turned a local guy on the radio here to ALEC, and now he talks about ALEC all the time on the radio to educate people, because we really need to know. It's about education. So I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. I've officially boycotted. What I have in the house here is all I have left, and I will not be bringing it back in. But the good thing is there's a lot of small producers here in America and abroad that are doing the right thing, that are making good blended scotch, that you don't need to buy something from Johnny Walker and keep stuffing these corporations, bank accounts. You don't need to stuff these take something that's family owned. Support a good family product, a good independent company. That's what really feels good, not supporting a massive conglomerate. Okay, that's not where it's at, especially for me as a restaurateur. It's never been. And if you look through my menu and look through what we have in house here, I have very, very few products that are mass produced. I find as many small production ones as possible, which is why I started my American vodka kick. And I only do like independent small American vodkas, because that's just, that's my personal beliefs. I want to be able to call and speak to an owner, whether it's an American vodka or whether it's cognac. I want to be able to call the guy in cognac, Oliver Kelton, and talk to him, which he's emailed me before. I want to be able to go to the tequila factory or the distillery and be able to talk to the owners and see what's going on. And that's doing business. And this whole farm to table movement that's spreading across America like wildfire that I've been doing for 15 years. Is a great awareness. It's a huge awareness, and it's phenomenal. But why can't we take it, we've taken it to wine, we've taken it to beer. Why not take it to spirits? Why not take it to other ingredients across the kitchen, like sugar, dried, like a sucanat or palm sugar or whatever sweetener you're using, or agave. You can find these small producers wherever, all these kinds of products. Chocolate. Why can't it come from a wild source of chocolate from Ecuador? As opposed to, hybrid farm-raised stuff from Africa that has slave labor and this and that. I could rant on and on and on. But boycott ALEC, that's what I'm doing. There's millions of people across America that are boycotting ALEC, and it's making a difference. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. If you like this video, if you enjoyed what I had to say, if you got anything beneficial, please click like, subscribe, and share. It makes a huge difference. Get the message out. Thank you very much.